wheel size. 17s on the EM4, 14s on the DX. Differences, like for example, the brake reservoirs, and it still proves my theory of how Emmo versus Daymak is that Emmo is always a little more upgraded. There's always little things that are upgraded. So okay, it's not a huge difference, but the triple tree, or what is this? A triple tree or clamp?
It's a handlebar clamp.
Oh fuck, it's just a handlebar clamp. That's a little different. They've got this extra button. I haven't figured out what that is yet. We'll get to that. I'll try this on. No cruise control. You got cruise control over with the Emmo. What else? Oh, you said, Darren, the way this bike has 154 kilometers on it, and there's always scratches right there because when you open up the storage, it hits this, where with Emmo the steering wheel doesn't come that far, so it doesn't hit. Now here's the really interesting thing, is the fact that the 7220 times 2 batteries in the EM4 is in parallel. Want to open that up? We'll show them. Here, this looks pretty much the same, except that you can see 2 wires going in, and I knew it didn't look the same as the DX, but they're in parallel. So this is a 40 amp, so it seems to work. Emmo certainly doesn't do that. Tau doesn't do that. And it's just in one option. I think they're $48.99. The 72 volt 24 amp times 2, so 48 amp hours, $49.99 from Emmo. Lights are the same, signals are the same. You know, like it's very, very small differences. Which one to choose? I don't know. Let's go do a top speed and we'll tell you about that. I'm almost 5'3". I'm tippy-toe on this. Again, wrong shoes, I know. I'm tippy-toe on this just like I am on an Emmo Zone or a Tau Leo, but this is definitely comfortable to ride. It's like the seating position, so. Brakes are good. I don't know. I don't have a final opinion yet. I gotta take the other one. Okay, just to get initial feedback. I think the odometer on this lies. I really do. I feel like the takeoff on this was much better, but yet the speedometer was telling me that I was going slower. This one feels like it was more accurate. I like the braking on this one better. It's smoother. This one was a bit too grippy. You might find that too. We'll see what you think after you take it. That's all I got for now. I still gotta think about it. Top speed?
51.
Okay.
It's a while getting there.
Yeah.
Thank you. Super.
But even the handlebars, which is adjustable, these ones are closer to you, where on that one they're more, yeah, they're more like that. So that has something to do with it, but that's just adjustable. Okay, bye. Makes a little.
You're right, that speedo's a liar.
Yep.
The 337, I'm thinking, I was passing cars, so I'm thinking if you put this on a gun, I think it's probably closer to 60.
Yeah.
The braking on this is funny because they got the high brake line hooked up, which basically turns your motor into an engine brake. No bike leaves ride to win out of my shop anyway with a high brake line hooked up. I think it's just a hazard in the rain. but that's why that brake's a little funny. But it's a decent bike. I mean, I prefer the Emmo myself. But
Even though it's a little bit like slower off the, it's just slower, but it's just,
and I don't like the throttle response on the Daymak either. It seems to be sluggish. When you hit it, it lags. When you let off, it lags letting off too.
I did notice that too. I think initially it does it, but then when you crank it, it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not horrible, but the DX is a lot more responsive.
I don't think you're going with a bad bike on either of them at all. But just, you know, it's fun to actually just have them side by side. And it's not like we boast that both are brilliant. I think it's a pretty honest feedback, but I'll just do another little walk around while we've got them. So today is July, 28th, 2021. Today, the only bike you could get that I could get you available at all in the next 2 weeks is the Daymak. There's only, I think, blue in stock, maybe 10. And the DX is completely sold out and won't be back in for another at least 10 weeks. So it's pretty much done for the season. So FYI on that. Of course, they'll be back in next year. So if you're thinking about next year, call me and get your bike early. Either way, I do sell Daymak, just not actively all the time. Nothing wrong with them. I just always seem to lean towards Emmo. So there you go.